Hello children, welcome to our today's English class. Today we are going to read about A Havoc of Floods, a reading from the unit 5th. So what is the name of the unit? Disasters. Okay. Children, tell me, what is disaster? Yes, a sudden accident or a natural calamity that causes great damage or loss of human life is called disaster. For example, earthquakes, floods, cyclones are known as natural disasters. Let us see some natural disasters in this part of lesson. The first one, earthquake. See the picture, children. Earthquake is a sudden tremor on the earth. The second one, cyclones. These are spiral winds that rotate at zone of low pressure. See the first picture, children. It is tsunami. It is a series of fast moving waves in ocean. It causes a great damage at coastal areas. The floods. So the flood is an overflow of water that submerges lands. See this picture, children. It is from our textbook. What do you observe in this picture? Yes, the people climbed on rooftops to save their lives from severe floods. The rescue team reached there in helicopter and trying to save people who stood on the rooftops. These natural calamities affects very badly on human life. Let us see how a havoc of floods affected Kurnool city in 2009 September in our today's lesson. Kurnool district is in Rayalaseema region in Andhra Pradesh in the Krishna river basin. It is famous for its rocky temples. Thousands of tourists from various parts of the state travel through the city of Kurnool visiting the tourist spots. In September 2009, the city and its surroundings area get heavy rainfall. As a result, the district had massive floods in several areas. The floods inundated the houses and the hopes of the people. Srisailam Dam went up to an enormous level of 20 lakhs cusecs of water, posing a threat to the villages on the bank of Krishna river. Water reached the first story of the several buildings. There were heart-rending scenes of people fearfully seeking help to rescue them. They experienced much shock and lost everything. Nearly 40,000 people took shelter on rooftops. About 60 villages were inundated. Mantralayam, the seat of Sri Raghavendra Swami Mutt, was under a sheet of 10 feet of water for 4 days. What measures did the government took to rescue the people affected by floods? Let us see in the session. Children, Shall we look into some difficult words which we come across in this part of lesson? Okay. Glossary. Dwellings, residences, gloomy, sad, submerged, covered with water, rescue, save from danger, trauma, an emotional shock, misery, great suffering, terrible, very serious, headquarters, a place from which the whole district is ruled. Damp, slightly wet, inundate, cover with water, shattering, breaking or destroying, forecast, say in advance what is expected to happen, tributaries, rivers or streams that flow into a large river or a sea. Children, let us see reading the text part. Listen carefully and observe the pronunciation. A havoc of flood. Kurnool, a district which rock soil in Andhra Pradesh in the Krishna River basin, is known as the land of rocky temples in Rayalaseema region. The headquarters of the district with the namesake is a city with a population of 5 lakhs. Thousands of tourists from various parts of the state travel through the city on their way to the tourist spots. The people of the city welcome the tourists in a warm mood. This is a part of their daily routine. Every morning is colorful for them. But on 28th of September 2009, no tourists visited the city from any part of state. No bus entered the city from any district, village or town. Something terrible happened which stopped the visitors. On 27th September 2009, the city had a heavy rainfall. As the people had to spend a damp, cold and cloudy day, they finished their business in the evening and reached their dwelling places at early hours, hoping a bright morning in the next day. They had scarcely arrived at their destinations when the rain poured down. Its pouring continued throughout the night. As a result, on 28 September 2009, the people of Kurnool had to welcome river waters in gloomy colors to their streets instead of the buses full of tourists. They got up from their sleep by roaring floods, inundating their houses as well as shattering their hopes of getting a bright and colorful morning. At 10 o'clock am, the Central Water Commission forecast that the inflow to the Srisailam Dam would go up to an enormous level of 20 lakh cusecs of water, the highest in its history, posing a threat to the villages on the banks of the Krishna River. By the noon of the day, people bore the brunt of flood fury as the flood water reached the first story of several buildings. The Srisailam right bank powerhouse submerged. There were heart-rending scenes of people frantically seeking assistance to rescue them. The people had never experienced before such a trauma and loss of property. But the government did not have sufficient number of boats and men to help them. The authorities estimated that about 40,000 people had taken shelter on rooftops. The floods inundated about 60 villages all over the district. Many of them completely submerged. Much of the misery was caused by the Tungabhadra and Handriniva rivers, tributaries of Krishna. Several places, including Mantralayam, the seat of Sri Raghavendra Swami Mutt, were under sheet of 10 feet of water for 4 days. Children, let us do some language work in vocabulary. Okay, observe these sentences from the text. The first one, they reached their dwelling places hoping a bright morning in the next. Here, the underlined word bright means full of light or shining strongly. Okay, now identify the meaning of bright in each of the following sentences, which we have taken from the text. Right. See the first one, children. I like bright colors. Here, bright means dark and strong color. The second one, Tejaswini gave me a bright smile. So, here in this sentence, bright means cheerful. And the third one, Sindhu is a bright student. Here, bright means intelligent. So, in each of the three sentences, we observed that the word bright is same, but its meaning is different. See some more sentences, children. The fourth one, Yamuna has bright ideas. So here the meaning of bright is clever or good. The fifth one, this young player has a bright future. So here bright means likely to be successful. And another sentence, we took rest in a bright room. So here meaning of bright is full of light. Do you got the point, children? So there is, even though the bright is same in all sentences, its meaning is different from sentence to sentence. Okay, children? Hope you understood this part. Now you have to make your own sentences using bright in different meanings. Okay? Children, hope you understood the lesson. So now let us see some question and answers in comprehension part. Okay? See the first question. How did the roaring floods disturb the lives of the people of Kurnool? The answer is, instead of welcoming the tourists, the people of Kurnool welcomed the river water. They had a heavy rainfall. The roaring floods disturbed the lives of the people of Kurnool. The second question, what happened on 28th of September 2009? The answer is, as massive flood hit the city of Kurnool and the places around, no tourist visited the city from any part of the state. See the third question, children. What happened to Mantralayam? It was under a sheet of 10 feet of water for 4 days at the time of floods. See the next question, children. What was the estimation of authorities? The answer is, the authorities estimated that about 40,000 people has taken shelter on the rooftops. The last one, what are the tributaries of Krishna river? Answer is, Tungabhadra and Handriniva rivers are the tributaries of Krishna river. Okay children, hope you understood the lesson. We shall meet again in our next session. Thank you.